अस्सलाम व्यूअर्स, आप सबका वेलकम मेरे चैनल सना साजिद पर। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है सेकंड कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम। एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू, इन द फर्स्ट कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम सम ऑफ ऑल द फोर्सेस एक्टिंग ऑन अ बॉडी मस्ट बी इक्वल टू जीरो, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू सेकंड कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम the vector sum of all the torques acting on a body should be equal to zero. This is called second condition of equilibrium. For example, if torque net acting on a body, total torque net acting on a body is equal to torque 1, torque 2, torque 3, torque 4 up to torque n, then all their sum should be equal to 0. And mathematically, how can we write this equation? That torque net should be equal to sum of torque 1, torque 2 plus torque 3 plus torque plus up to torque n, and this sum should be equal to 0. And in a single equation we can write torque net torque should be equal to summation is always used when we add number of points which involve to express a single number. So I use a single number which ranges from 1 to n. Summation I equals to n. Torque I should be equal to. This is a single equation in which we can express certain condition of equilibrium, which states that sum of all the torques acting on a body must be equal to 0. Now we can express this condition in one more way. That way is sum of clockwise torques. Sum of clockwise torque should be equal to sum of torque anti-clockwise. This is second way in which we can express second condition of equilibrium. That sum of clockwise torque should be equal to sum of anti-clockwise torque. And in this way, this is a second definition of second condition of equilibrium. That sum of clockwise torque should be equal to sum of anti-clockwise torque. Or all the clockwise torques, if all the clockwise torque acting on a body is equal to anti-clockwise torque acting on a body, then second condition of equilibrium is again satisfied. And by convention, what is direction of clockwise torque and what is direction of anti-clockwise torque? Most of the students get confused in convention, but the real convention is this, that anti-clockwise torque is always taken as positive. Anti-clockwise torque is always taken as positive, while as clockwise torque is always taken as negative. Anti-clockwise torque is always taken as positive and clockwise torque is always negative. Now again, if we want to define the second condition, we will say that sum of clockwise torque plus sum of the anti-clockwise torque should be equal to 0. This is second condition of equilibrium. Now what is complete equilibrium? Complete equilibrium is attained by a body when it satisfies both the conditions of an equilibrium. Complete equilibrium is attained by a body is attained by a body when both first and second conditions are satisfied. First condition states that sum of all the forces acting on a body must be equal to 0. And second equilibrium states that sum of all the torques acting on a body must be equal to 0. If both these two conditions are satisfied, that sum of all the forces acting on a body is equal to 0 and sum of all the torques acting on a body should be equal to 0, then complete equilibrium is attained by a body. Thank you very much.